woodland on a sunny day. Nice cup of coffee. Does it get any better? Yes, it does. At some point we'll be allowed to do it overnight. When this whole crazy situation that we're in at the moment eventually dies down. Let's hope so anyway. And it got me to thinking. A bit of shuffle. Something that I've not really talked about much is my own personal mental health. Now, mental health problems fall in so many categories. I couldn't even begin to explain them or even understand them. Some are really severe. Myself, minor stuff in comparison, absolutely minor. Where it comes from? Childhood, background, things I've done in the past, who knows? But I was never really aware of it until a few years ago, when I was discussing the subject with a friend of mine who has mental health issues. And the more that we talked about it, the more I could recognise just little bits. And in the back of my mind I'm thinking, I'm a bit like that. Not only I think it's a subject that's not talked about enough, although more now, certainly in this last year or so, there seems to be quite a push for people to be open about it, which is absolutely brilliant. I think the biggest thing you can do to help yourself is to offload some of that burden onto others, because it's not really a burden for them, but it does make you feel better sharing it, talking about it, and then realising you're not the only one. I think what was a bit of an eye-opener for me was in the beginning of this whole infection. I ain't going to use the word, it annoys me so much of it on YouTube. There's people using it to sensationalise their videos. But you know what I'm talking about. With my current health condition, undergoing the chemotherapy and so on, I have no immune system, therefore I can't risk catching anything. So at the very outset, before lockdown begun, I was advised by my consultant to self-isolate for 12 weeks, and I found that shocking. The one thing through my medical problems at the moment that was really helping was my work, and suddenly to be told that I can't go to work, that hit me very hard. In fact, a few months back, on my channel I did a video about it, self-isolation day 1. I was a mess, I really was. If you haven't seen it, I'll put a link up. I'm guessing it'll be here. Guessing. The sudden realisation that I couldn't mix with people and talk, because I do talk a lot. Yeah, chatty bastard, sorry. Was but it was devastating for me. And that morning, the first morning I was off work, it was before the lockdown, so it seemed to me that the rest of the world was going about their normal daily lives, and it literally was just me isolated. And it hit me really hard. Not only the isolation thing, but without other things to think about. You know, when I'm at work, I'm, you know, busy. When I'm not busy, you dwell on all the other stuff. And it brought home the seriousness of, you know, my situation, my treatment, and all that sort of thing. And, you know, that day it became too much. Sudden crushing amount of pressure. Okay, I handled it. And the next day it did not seem so bad. The day after that it didn't seem so bad. It improved as I adjusted. But the way it hit me, and I like to think I'm a reasonably strong character, especially mentally, I can understand how people that have got serious issues, you know, compared with me, how something can change in their life and they're driven to suicide. I totally get it. I really do. Say that it knocked me sideways, and that's just not me. That's not my character. So if he was already in a vulnerable state, something like that would be devastating. Where am I going with this video? I'm not sure yet. I sort of started off with an idea and I've sort of rambled a bit. But there again, sometimes when you do have the odd issue, that happens. My head is very jumbled. It's difficult to explain. Intelligence-wise, I'm fairly smart, but I have very bad short-term memory loss. Is that the right word? No, not really memory loss. Recall. Recall is the best way. You know, someone could tell me something yesterday. Won't remember it today. And the more frustrated I get trying to remember it, the worse it is. The more the sort of the idea, I can almost see it floating off further and further from my grasp. The more I'm struggling to try and grab it, and I know it. My poor Katie, it frustrates her terrible because she's got an excellent memory, and she'll tell me something, and the next day I'll ask her, and she'll say, "I've told you that," and I'm sure she's convinced that I don't listen, but I do. I promise. But sometimes it's in there, but I just can't access it. It's very frustrating. I can only liken it to, what should we say, a fairly powerful computer, but it's got a virus. It's all in there, and when it's working well. But every now and again, it just goes. It really winds me up. This isn't really what I set out to talk about at all today. But my mind's just drifted. I think it's because I'm relaxed in this environment. You've probably also noticed the amount of videos that I'm putting out. That's the other thing. not having my work did affect me. So I almost turned YouTube into my job. In the evenings, I'm aeroplane. Bugger off. In the evenings, I'm planning what I'm going to do tomorrow. Possibly packing some kit if I'm doing something in particular. Pack stuff up in the morning, come out, do some filming, go home in the afternoon, do a bit of editing, upload it to YouTube. Then later in the evening, I'm, replying to comments and that sort of thing. So, doing YouTube has actually been a very big help to me. It's given me a purpose, a sense of worth, shall we say. I can't just sit at home. I just can't. It's as simple as that. I think I'll stop the video there. I'll come back in a minute when I'll probably reshuffle my brain to the point where I actually get to talk about what I probably set out to talk about. See in a bit. My head. Welcome back. Well, I've sat and had a think. Mind's gone all sorts of directions. I've totally lost my train of thought. Just how it is sometimes. I suppose all I can say is, if you are struggling, really badly, or even just a little bit, don't let it get any worse. If you can help it, just talk to somebody. It does help. A surprising amount. At the moment, I haven't really got anyone to talk to, apart from my Kate. But, she already knows me. She knows what I'm like. So, yeah, that, in some ways that doesn't really help. Because that's the normal situation. Sometimes it just helps to offload to someone different, especially just outside of your normal circle. Not too far out, obviously, because some of it might be personal stuff. You wouldn't necessarily want to be telling a complete stranger. But maybe just a good friend or work colleague rather than immediate family. That's just my view anyway. I think that's enough of my ramblings for one day. Otherwise this video is going to be so long. And I don't know about other people, but when I watch long YouTube videos, I get a bit bored and skip through them. Oh, he's gone. Shit. Sitting here talking to you. Well, you know what I mean, talking to you, talking to the camera. And that way, about 20 feet away, there's a small tree and a bloody great buzzard has just landed on it. But he stopped. Did you hear him? Gone quiet. He stopped, looked at me, and then he took off. He's gone to a tree over there. And go crying again. Yeah, he's moved off. I can see him flying away. Bugger. If he'd have stopped, I could have spun the camera around and shown you. Just little things like that
absolutely make the day worth it. Doesn't matter how crap you're feeling, how your life's going. Sometimes it just takes that little thing just to give you a smile. Just for a few seconds. That's made my morning. Good spot to finish. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll speak to you all soon. The way things are going, quite possibly tomorrow. See ya.